Hello students, how are you? I hope that you all are fine and you are following the classes in TSAT very well and writing the running notes. And also, I took some of the YouTube classes and asked you to maintain the fair notes of that classes. So, if again the offline classes starts, I'm not going to teach you those topics once again. That's why I'm asking to maintain the fair notes of those classes. So if not, you have not started at this fair notes, just start now. And today I'm going to take a new topic for you regarding this is the properties of integers. So what is that the topic I'm going to take? Properties of integers. Properties of integers. Here now as you are dealing with the chapter integers, you will be having some properties regarding those integers. If you have gone through the offline classes of the 6th class, I have taught you, I had been taught you properties of whole numbers. Might be in the TSAT classes or the online class of the given by the government have been taught, might be if you have gone through the classes, you might be remembered about those whole numbers, properties of whole numbers. As you have the chapter whole numbers, there you have gone through the properties of whole numbers. Today, as in the 7th class, you have the topic started with the integers. Now you are going through the properties of integers. So what are those properties of integers? How many are there? And what are those properties? And what is their rules? We shall see now. So among the properties of integers, they are divided into closure property, second one commutative property, third one associative property, fourth one distributive property, fifth one identity, inverse, sixth one is inverse. So regarding these properties we are going to see the rules and regulations regarding integers. We shall start with the closure property now. First one, closure property. So write down the rules, write down the principles what that I am writing on the board. They are must and mandatory. Let a comma b are any two integers such that a plus b is also an integer, then integers satisfies closure property, then integers satisfies closure property under addition. Let a comma b are any two integers such that a plus b is also an integer, then integer satisfies closure property under addition. So for an example, so not to make the clear understanding, I'll give an example for this. Let a is equal to minus 5, b is equal to 3. Now a plus b minus 5 plus 3 is equal to minus into plus minus 5 minus 3 is 2. So here among these two digits 5 and 3, Which one is bigger? 5 is bigger. Before that 5 we have the minus symbol, that is the minus 2. And we know that minus 2 is also an integer. Then we can say now this rule has satisfied the closure property. Integers satisfied the closure property. Now I have said under addition. Now if you see for the multiplication, the same closure property for the multiplication. Let a comma b are any two integers such that a into b is also an integer, then integer satisfies closure property under multiplication. For an example, the same values I am taking for a and b, then a into b, here 5 3s are 15, plus into minus, minus is also an integer. Then we can say integers are satisfied the closure property under addition and multiplication. Children, make a note of all these properties. Now, if we go for second one, commutative property. Now, let a comma b are any two integers such that, now we have the rule a into b is equal to, if you take for addition, a plus b is equal to b plus a, then integers satisfies closure commutative property under addition. Under addition, you have to write the rules for addition separately and for multiplication separately. I am repeating again. You have to write the rules for addition separately and also for multiplication separately. So I am changing the symbols here. So for examples, a is equal to minus 5, b is equal to 3. A plus b is equal to b plus a. It implies a minus 5 plus 3 is equal to b. 3 plus of minus 5. So, minus into plus, minus 5 minus 3 is 2. It becomes minus 2. So, plus into minus, minus 3 minus 5 is 2. It becomes minus 2. Minus 2 is equal to minus 2. Then we can say integer satisfies the commutative property under addition. Now, change for the multiplication. Keep the side heading multiplication and write down the commutative property again. So, I am changing the symbols here. Let a comma b are any two integers such that a into b is equal b into a. Then integer satisfies commutative property under multiplication. So for example, a is equal to minus 5, b is equal to 3. Then a into b is equal b into a. Then minus 5 into 3 is equal to 3 into minus 5. 5 is a 15. Minus 15 is equal to 3 5 is 15. Now we can say as they are getting equal, we can say they are getting satisfied. So commutative property is satisfied for integers under addition and multiplication. Then what is the property next? Associative property. Associative property, third one. Here, the associative property, not A and B, also now we are introducing C also. Let A comma B comma C are any three integers such that now we have the rule A plus of B plus C is equal A plus B plus C. Then integers satisfies associative property under addition. So here, let A comma B comma C are any three integers such that A plus of B plus C is equal to A plus B plus C. Then integer satisfies associative property under addition. So, we shall see the example here. A is equal to 5, B is equal to A is equal to minus 5, B is equal to 3, C is equal to minus 2. Let us consider. Now, A plus of B plus C. A plus of B plus C is equal to A plus B plus C. A here minus 5 plus B here 3 plus of minus 2 is equal to A minus 5 plus 3 plus of minus 2. So, minus 5 plus 3 plus into minus 3 minus 2 is equal to minus 5 plus 3 plus into minus 5 plus 3 is minus 2 plus into minus is minus 2. So, minus 5 plus 3 minus 2 is 1. Minus into minus plus 2 plus 2 is 4 becomes minus 4. Now, plus into minus 5 minus 1 4 as there minus before the big digit 5 and keeping minus is equal to minus 4. Now we can say they have been satisfied, associative property have been satisfied under integers for addition. Now we are going to see for multiplication. So you have to write this for addition, then change the side heading for multiplication and write again the notes under multiplication also. Let A comma B comma C are any three integers such that A into B into C is equal A into B into C. Then integer satisfies associative property under multiplication. So the same examples I am taking, I am changing the symbols. 5 into A into B into C is equal A into B into C. So 5 minus 5 into minus 5 into plus into minus 3 2s are 6 is equal to minus 5 into 3 15 plus into minus minus into minus 2. So 5 6 are 30 minus into minus plus is equal to minus into minus plus 52 are 30. Now it has been satisfied. Now so it is also satisfying the associative property even under addition and multiplication also. Next now we are having the distributive property. Children, try to make the notes compulsory, not to forget all these properties, learn these properties also. Okay. Now we are having the distributive property. Now we are having distributive property. Now distributive property. Let A comma B comma C are any three integers such that A into B plus C is equal A into B plus A into C. Then integers satisfies distributive property of addition over multiplication. Children, make a look here. Once observe here. Both the multiplication and addition are distributed here. That's why it is called as a distributive property. Here the multiplication is distributed over the addition. Okay. Now, see the example. A is equal to minus 5, B is equal to 3, C is equal to minus 2. So if you are not satisfied with the example, you can change the values A, B, C, and also you can check it out for your satisfaction. So A into B plus C is equal to A into B plus A into C. A 5 minus 5 into B plus C, 3 plus half minus 2 is equal to minus 5 into 3 plus minus 5 into minus 2. Minus 5, 3 plus into minus minus 3 minus 2 is 1 is equal to 5 2s are 15 minus 15 plus 5 2s are 10 minus into minus plus 10. So minus 5 into 1 minus 5 is equal to plus into minus minus 15 minus 10 is 5, but among this 15 and 10, 15 is a bigger one. For this it is a minus, that's why it is become minus 5. Now observe here, minus 5 is equal to minus 5. So see the rule, like A comma B comma C are any three integers such that A into B plus C is equal to A into B plus A into C. Then integer satisfies the distributive properties of addition over multiplication. Now we shall see the other property, identity. Identity. First one under that addition. Addition. See the rule for this. Let A is an integer such that the rule a plus 0 is equal 0 plus a is equal to a plus 0 is equal 0 plus a is equal to a, then 0 is the additive identity. For an example, let a is equal to minus 5. So, minus 5 plus 0 is equal to 0 plus half minus 5. So, what is the value? Minus 5 plus 0 is equal to minus 5. 0 plus half minus 5 is equal to 5, minus 5, which is nothing but a is equal. So, నథింగ్ బట్ ఏదైనా ఒక డిజిట్ని జీరోకి యాడ్ చేసినప్పుడు మళ్ళీ అదే డిజిట్ వచ్చేస్తుంది మనకు తెలుసు. దాన్నే మనము అడిటివ్ ఐడెంటిటీ అంటాము. దేన్ని అంటాము? జీరోని అడిటివ్ ఐడెంటిటీ అంటాము. జీరో ఈజ్ కాల్డ్ ద అడిటివ్ ఐడెంటిటీ. వాట్ ఎవర్ ద డిజిట్, ఇట్ మేట్ బి 1, 100, 1000, lakh or crore, whatever you add for the zero, you will get again the same digit, same number. That's why zero is called the additive identity. Now if you see for multiplicative identity, under multiplication, let a be an integer such that a into 1 is equal to 1 into a is equal to a. So, if you multiply the 0 for the digit, you will get the 0 itself. But you are not getting the same digit. What should be multiplied to get the same digit? The 1 should be multiplied. For the addition, if you add 1, we are changing the value. But for the multiplication, if you are multiplying the 1, you are getting the same value. That's why 1 is called the multiplicative identity. Then 1 is called multiplicative identity. Example, so a is equal to minus 5. It implies minus 5 into 1 is equal to 1 into minus 5, that is equal to 5 here. As you are multiplying with 1, you are getting the same minus 5. That's why 1 is called the multiplicative identity. Whatever the digit you are multiplying with 1, you get the same number. Identity means the same identical similar number you should get. So, for the addition, if you are adding the 0, you are getting the same number, similar number. For the multiplication, if you are multiplying with 1, you are getting the same number. Will be any other number to be multiplied to get the same digit? No. 1 only is the same digit that should be multiplied to get the same number. Okay? Students, I think you understood the identity also. Now we are going to see the inverse. Additive inverse. So students, here see what do you mean by inverse. We are having only additive inverse. For the integer, there does not exist multiplicative inverse. So, let a is an integer such that a plus of minus a is equal to minus a plus of a is equal to 0. Then a comma minus a are inverses to each other. See here, For an example, to make a clear understanding, a is equal to 3. Then a plus of minus a. So 3 plus of minus 3. Next, minus a plus of a is equal to minus 3 plus of 3. Both we are getting the 0 itself, which is the additive identity. So here additive inverse means what is the number that should be added to a given number to get the additive identity. If you take 2, you should add minus 2 to get the 0. If you take minus 10, you should add plus 10 to get the 0. If you take 100, you should add minus 100 to get the 0. If you take 1 crore, you should be add minus 1 crore to get the 0. If you take minus 1 crore, you should add 1 crore to get the 0. So, the digit that should be added to given number to get the additive identity 0 are called the additive inverses. For 3, minus 3 is the additive inverse. For minus 3, plus 3 is the additive inverse. For minus 3, plus 3 is the additive inverse. For plus 3, minus 3 is the additive inverse. Children, up to now, you have finished the properties. So, next some more it is there. What is this? In your textbooks, multiplication by 0. So, any number multiplied by 0, multiplication by 0. If you multiply any digit, if you are multiplying by 0, you will get the 0 itself. And if you multiply question by 1, if you take any number multiplied with 1, you get the same digit.